Hi, I'm Mayi, and I'm here to help you live freely as your true self. I'm going to share a little story about what inner listening can look like and the sort of experiences that it can open you up to in life. Just last week, I had such an incredible experience with the unseen that I never would have imagined would have graced my life. It was so incredibly moving. And this has come about through a deep practice of inner listening. Our mind can only imagine what it has experienced. And so it's so important to tune into the little whispers within and follow them without needing to understand, without letting the mind take over and try and take you somewhere that you already know. Back 6 months ago, I was part of Colette Baron-Reid's Oracle Circle, and having moved around the world a lot, I'm always interested in hearing where is home for me. Obviously, this has become my home, but where in the world would be a good place for me to settle down and build a community. And during her oracle sessions, she mentioned a few times that a man called Gemini Brett was great to go to for astrocartography. So I booked a session with him despite not necessarily resonating with his website, but the message was so strong that I knew I had to listen to it. Had a fantastic session with him. And he told me that on the 18th of April, I needed to, or recommended I go to Stonehenge for moonset. And so last week on the 18th of April, I did just that. Now, despite being British, I have never really traveled much around Britain. I always wanted to go and explore elsewhere. So until last week, I had never seen Stonehenge. My mystical journey mainly occurred once I fled from London, but has ironically brought me right back here. And so I planned this trip having no expectations of what it would lead me to. I thought maybe just a sort of subtle energetic shift, maybe that I would be able to feel the energy and that it would create something that I couldn't necessarily see, not necessarily a big cataclysmic opening. I had zero expectations other than I knew I needed to be there. And day after arriving, in the morning I set off to see Stonehenge by myself. And I love worship music, so as I was in the car, I was singing my heart out to God and caught up in the beautiful gratitude of what it means to be human. And in this state, as I was driving down these beautiful country roads, suddenly I had a visitor, a connection that I had never experienced before to my unborn sister. And this experience moved me so deeply. I can't put it into words. I was deep in this remembering that emotions flooded from me. It was so powerful. This acknowledgement of this sister who had always been with me since my mum miscarried, who I'd never really given acknowledgement to, but who had been with me always like an angel, so pure, never tainted by the world, carrying me through life. And I wept so deeply from a place I didn't before know. And I wailed, and I heard her say, Now scream. Let it all come out. There's been so much rage that I've been holding towards things that happened in my life. Much deep rage that I didn't want to see. So scared of what anger can do from the experience of other people's anger towards me, that I wanted to protect other people from anger by pushing it inside, bottled up as rage that needed to be released. She stayed with me, said, now roar. Driving down these idyllic country roads in this cocoon of the car, I roared. Scream that I'd never heard come out of me before. Deep, grisly, darkness coming out from the depths, being seen as light. And again, she said, and I roared, shaking the car, my body, as my glasses steamed up with tears. And one more time, a third time I roared, and shaking, it came out of me. And it was released. And I wept some more, dancing in my mind's eye, dancing ethereally with this sister. Only 2 years age difference to me. This depth of connection with someone who has known me my whole life. Always been there for me, always protected me, wanting the best for me, kept me safe. And I felt so sorry that I hadn't realized her presence sooner, and so grateful to acknowledge all that she had offered me. It felt like a depth of connection that I had never known with another human being. This ancient sisterhood, this ancestral connection. And as we danced in that energy of sitting side by side in bed, cuddled up with your sister, I felt so alive. And from this opened up not just the ancestral sisterhood with her, but our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers and all these ancestral sisters, this divine sisterhood coming together in circle on these ancient lands. And meanwhile, I'm just trying to drive the car. Never have imagining this would ever have happened. Not knowing this connection was even there. But really feeling this divine feminine supporting me in life as it is supporting you. We have so many unseen angels with us all the time, helping us in ways that we don't recognize, longing to help us more. Follow the signs you trust. Do things you haven't done before. Listen to that quiet inner knowing that takes you to places that you never knew you needed to go. Allow the magic of life to bring you into its flow. Namaste.